So I finally finished reading The Millionaire Next Door, which is the notorious personal finance book that essentially explains all the different stuff behind saving more and how millionaires are not really how you picture them. A lot of them are humble, they have small beginnings and small expenses, and the person that you pull up next to the stoplight, seeing in the Mercedes or in the Lamborghini, oftentimes is not as rich as you think they are. They can just afford an expensive car. Making payments is not the same thing as being truly wealthy. And this book did not disappoint. It's jam-packed with some eye-opening stuff, obviously, about personal finance. And a lot of the insightful anecdotal examples in this book are mind-blowing. But also, it really inspires the person that's trying to get better at personal finance, see that a lot of their perceptions might be off, and you're a lot closer than you think, with a lot more potential than you think, if you just start doing the small things today. So in this book, the author does a deep dive into the lives of millionaires, talking to a bunch of them across the US, and what they found is pretty surprising. Like I said, you'd think that millionaires are all about flashy cars and extravagant lifestyles, and that's what we all think, right? But it turns out most of them live pretty frugally. And one big takeaway is that wealth isn't just about how much money you make, it's about how much money you keep. So even if you're making a ton of money, if you're spending it all, you're not really getting ahead. You're just trying to keep up with the Joneses and you're not netting anything. And it's also worse because then it seems like there's a bigger fall from grace and you don't want that. Now, this book breaks down how these millionaires are living below their means, budgeting carefully and investing wisely as well. And it's like they're running their own households like successful businesses. Now, another interesting point that I've definitely seen to be true anecdotally in my own life is how affluent and wealthy parents often give money to their kids, which that sounds nice, but it can actually backfire, making the kids dependent on their parents and living below their means, not to mention zapping their ambition. So it's something that you want to avoid, not something that you want to aspire to do. And there's this cool test in the book to figure out if you're on track to be a millionaire as well. It's called the under accumulator of wealth versus the prodigious accumulator of wealth. And it's a neat way to kind of see where you stand financially, which I thought was cool. Now, overall, this is a super insightful read. It's full of real life examples and solid advice on how to build wealth and how to live well, recommended by dozens of people that I know that are a lot wealthier than me. And these simple principles, if followed, will definitely make you wealthy. Now, check it out if you're interested in managing your money better and reaching your financial goals. Not much more to say about it. It's notorious for a reason. Give it a shot.